Kyle Bates in the Bubba's Barbecue number 74 car on the outside of row number 5. A little bit further back, Dakota Maggard, car number 156. Eubanks in the number 63. Jonathan Dean in car number 7 starts deep in the field, as well as the number 11 car. And I do not have a name on the 11 machine. Austin Treadway had trouble in the heat race earlier, back out on the racetrack. Good to see him. McClellan starting death tailback in car number 73. Jerry Leahy in car number 20. And that is Justin Yacko in the 11 car. Right now we're going green. Ian Morissette, Jerry Langton coming to the line side by side.
As we go into turns 1 and 2, looks like everybody may get through clean and green. Over to 3 and 4. Here they come off at turn number 4. They're still 2 wide for the lead.
Jerry Langton now by a single car length over Ian Morissette as they go down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2. Donaldson in the 3rd spot. Hazel in the 4th spot.
Langton down towards the bottom of the track has the lead as he comes to the line. Dawson, the 22 car, number 3 spot. Hazel down on the inside, number 15, looking for 3rd.
Keep your eye on that Hazel machine. He looked strong earlier tonight in the heat race. He's got a beat on the 3rd place position. He's got it. He'll go after Ian Morissette next.
Into the 3 spot he goes. Morissette in his sights at number 38. In turn number 3, following right in the tire tracks. Morissette holds on to the number 2 spot.
Oh, trouble down here in turn number 4. Dakota Maggard going the wrong direction as caution is out on the speedway.
And that could have been way worse than it was. Looks like we got some debris down there just below Dakota Maggard. See some fluid. Looks like that may be coming from his car.
I believe Jared McIntyre may have been involved in that incident, as well as the 9 car is off the speedway. Oh, and the 9 is not off the speedway. But I believe Jared McIntyre may have been involved in that. We'll get a replay on it here but a lot of damage to that 156 car, Dennis, right there on the front stretch, right rear tire down, and some fender damage as well.
Yeah, and another car that was almost in that big time was the 41. Lacey Menzie going down to the bottom side and was nearly collected in that, as well as the 156 does take the car back to the pit area. That's going to slow things down here just for the moment. And we'll see if Dakota Maggard can change a tire, or he may have more problems than that. It took a pretty good lick down there in turn number 4.
And I believe some damage on the Austin Treadway machine as well. Not sure if he was involved in that accident. Once again, just caught the tail of that as I was watching the leaders out in front. And this battle for the lead is going to get interesting. Ian Morissette's holding on to the number 2 spot right behind leader Jerry Langton. In the 3rd position, though, is Jeremy Hazel. That car fast in the heat race, making his way up towards the front of the field, up to 3rd right now. Donaldson doing a nice job, still holds on to 4th. And Gilbert Rowland now back to the 5th position in the 24.
And we have another car driving around with the hood up. That's the number 11. But at least he's got a hole to look through.
All right, still getting the lineup set to go.
Sometimes you don't see all the damage initially, and so hopefully he'll not have any more problems in the number 20 car. Looks like Dakota Maggard is going to make his way back in the 156. So as well with him, hopefully he's got that car repaired where he will not have any more troubles. Keep your eye on those 2 cars.
And again, some right rear damage on that car, and And you know that side piece on the car right behind the passenger window, a little bit dicey. We'll see if that all hangs together there. Jerry Langton out in front, car number 35, looking strong. Ian Morissette in the number 2 position. Jeremy Hazel, Chad Donaldson, Gilbert Rowland rounding out your top 5. Ken Walker just outside the top 5 in car number 51. And Kyle Bates in the 74. Also just outside the top 5. Double file restart, and that will put the cars that are back there a little bit closer to the leader. And it sure makes for some exciting restarts.
And it looks like Yakko is going to make it back in the number 11. Got that hood issue resolved. Austin Treadway also back on the racetrack in the number 6 car.
Been a tough night for Austin Treadway in the 6 car. Good to see him back out on the speedway.
Once again, looking for kids ticket 570. Come on up, you are a winner. 570, yellow kids ticket. Come on up, you are a winner.
All right, here we go, coming off turn number 4. It'll be Jerry Langton bringing him in, and he does so right now. Green flag in the air. We're back to racing. Side by side as they come off turn number 2, down the backstretch. It'll be Morissette, Jeremy Hazel battling for that number 2 position. Coming off turn number 4, it's Langton out in front.
Almost a dead even heat as they come across the line for the number 2 spot. Hazel on the outside, Morissette on the inside. Meanwhile, back in the middle of the pack, here comes Jared McIntyre.
McIntyre looking to try to make room around the top side of the speedway. Gilbert Rowland right in front of him as they make a little contact here on the front stretch.
McIntyre, oh, we got problems. The number 5 car going around in turn number 2. And looks like the number 65 car collected as well. Kaden Eubanks makes a little bit of contact with the 5. Roy Kelly spinning around, and those 2 cars involved in that caution.
The 11 of Yakko going off the racetrack again. The hood just won't stay down on that car. Eubanks just coming up there at the end of that deal. Just could not make his way around the Roy Kelly machine. And you can see a lot of damage to the right front of that 65. But caution came out
on YouTube.
And if you'd like to sponsor a lap, you get a hold of one of us up here or contact Daryl Mooneyham or Justin Wells. Going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, as we talk about the tribute to the legends, again, we mentioned a few of those a while ago, but for those of us who have been on the planet for a little while, a few decades, we can think back to the racing action, for me at least, at the Bolivar Speedway. And remember some of those heroes like Bud McKee and Verlin Simmons, Roger Chisholm, Kenny Essery, so many names, Tom Bolivar Brown, David Goldsberry, that just the list goes on. And of course, as you get into talking about the Fairgrounds Speedway, a whole still running a race car out here tonight. So it's a pretty cool deal that we got such great racing tradition. And a lot of 2nd and 3rd generation drivers today coming to us from some of these legends of the past. All right, everybody, double up behind leader Jerry Langton. He'll bring him in nice and slow into turns 3 and 4, trying to pick up a win here in the Midwest Modified. He'll arc it down the banking of turn number 4. Green flag in the air. We're back to racing.
Langton breaks away from the pack as he goes down a backstretch. They're door to door for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Great battle for that 2nd position. As they come across the start-finish line, Jeremy Hazel still trying to find racing room around Ian Morissette. Meanwhile, here comes Jared McIntyre topside.
McIntyre and Bates on the charge. Almost a little contact between Bates and Hazel. Here they come down the front stretch. Jared McIntyre into the number 3 spot.
Jared McIntyre, like he's shot out of a cannon over the top side, 03 and 4. He's going to run out of time, though, as they come down to the start-finish line. And I believe that, not sure what lap we're on here, Dennis, but a little bit of confusion. We'll keep running right now under the green flag. Jared McIntyre continues to battle up on the top side of the speedway. Jerry Langton still out in front.
A little bit of radio communication problem there, but we are still under green. McIntyre trying to run down these top 2 cars as Bates has fell back just a little bit, and that's 74.
Hazel back to 4th after McIntyre made the pass around him. We'll see if Jared McIntyre can run down the Ian Morissette machine as the laps continue to click by.
Here they come off of turn number 4. Morissette right on the bottom side. That's working really well for him as he goes through turns 1 and 2. McIntyre not picking up quite as quickly as he was earlier.
Langton still showing the way as they come off turn number 4. As McIntyre gets a good run on Morissette this time.
Down the backstretch now, here we go. McIntyre's got a good run on the top side. Here they come off of turn number 4. White flag's in the air. One more lap to go.
McIntyre's going to have 1 lap to get it done. He slides way high in turn number 2. Probably going to run out of time as Ian Morissette is off the pace.
Tough break for the 38 car, off the pace. Taking the checkered flag, Jerry Langton. McIntyre 2nd, Hazel 3rd, and Donaldson 4th.
Ian Morissette finishes up in the number 5 position as he had problems there on that last lap. Looked like the fire came back to him, though, as he was able to beat the 74 of Kyle Bates to the line for the 5th position. Nice race right there once we got everything rolling. And give a call to Chad Donaldson. Donaldson doing a nice job hanging around in that top 5. Comes home 4th in that 22 machine. Jeremy Hazel with a really nice run in the 15 car. Jared McIntyre, the hard charger of the race, started deep in the field, came up to 2nd. But nobody can run down the veteran, Jerry Langton, in car number 35. He'll bring it into victory lane. And I believe this may be his first win in that Midwest Modified. He's got some wins in the A Mod, but bringing the Midwest Modified into victory lane tonight. All right, the Wheeler Metals legend